Welcome to today's session. We're going to be talking about defining your recovery lifestyle. Before we get into that, I'd like to make a quick differentiation between the term reboot and the term recovery. Now, recovery has been a term which has been around for quite a long time, and it's often related to ending out of control behavior through a very specific process. But the difference that I'd like to share today is much less about semantics and more about mindset. Recovery, when we hear the word as it's defined, means to recover parts of your life that were lost to this addiction. This includes your relationships, this includes finances, this includes different aspects of your health, your spirituality, certain beliefs and dreams that you might have. The only problem is that whatever you recover through a traditional system, through a traditional therapist, through a 12-step group, is going to be based on where society believes that you should be at that time. But here's something important that is not often considered. During the time where you were engaging in your out of control, compulsive habit or addiction, time passed. You got older. Opportunities passed you by. And so whatever it is that is being recovered is often something that is not the place you want to be. It's where people say you should be. So for instance, it might just be about, let's talk about your finances or dating. Maybe you wanted to enjoy the process of dating, but you missed out on that opportunity because you spent so many years on pornography. However, when you go through the traditional recovery process, you're told that, hey, to be a person who is sober, to be a person who is not engaging in your out of control behavior, you have no choice but to be in a committed relationship. The problem with things like that, and it applies not just to your relationship, it can also apply to your spiritual beliefs, to your finances, and every aspect of your life, is that if that is not where you want to be, and you are forced to be in that role, you are still going to deal with emotions of resentment. You're still going to feel unsatisfied. And this is often one of the reasons why many men end up relapsing. But the traditional recovery systems often don't mention that. Because of course, you should be happy. You should be grateful that you have recovered this life that you lost. That's recovery. Rebooting, on the other hand, implies that you are actually resetting every aspect of your life. Not only are you recovering things, but there are some things from your past life that completely need to be removed. There are certain beliefs that need to be changed. There are limiting beliefs that need to be let go of. There might be new spiritual practices, new paradigms about your finances, new paradigms about emotions, about being vulnerable, about the way you relate to the world. You now have an opportunity to start from scratch. And we're doing this bearing in mind that you have lost so much to this behavior. Maybe you started acting out when you were much younger, in your teens or as a child, and you were held back from so many things. Perhaps you're in your late 20s, your 30s, your 40s, it doesn't matter what age you are. I know, because I did, that you have the regret of all those opportunities you missed. Why spend years trying to get them back when you can simply hit the restart button and start from where you are today? There is no reason for you to live in the past. And I want to make this clear distinction because it's so important when you hear me say the word reboot. Recovery is wonderful, and I also understand that the reboot thing is not for everyone. So as we go through this course, you're going to hear me use the terms interchangeably. I just want to make it clear what both of those terms mean.